Starting recording. Okay. Hello. Welcome to our movie club. Today we will discuss a movie, an old one, Stand By Me, from 1986. So for me, it's first time when I heard about this movie, when I watched it. So, but it's not directed. It's written. Scenario is written by Stephen King. Am I right?
Yeah.
What do we know about this movie? That's short.
It was an originally it was a novel by Stephen King. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And then they adapted for the movie. How do we call this process? Adaptation, rewriting?
yeah, they had very good. Yeah, they had adapted it.
Adapted it
normally into a screenplay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, science, not everyone watched it, and we usually do that. We usually go like step by step through the plot to have an idea what it's about. So let's start with this. Sergey, can you please start?
Yeah, this story about four friends. They are 13 years old, maybe 13, 20, or 12 years old, and they live in a small town, Castle Rock, and in Castle Rock, one boy lost, and some people started to find his, and police published that who will find him will have a prize, money for him.
We'll get revenue. How we call it? Price?
A reward.
A reward.
So yeah.
So what we do with reward? We get it or we won it?
Yeah. So it's a prize reward that if you find the missing person, the authorities will give you a reward. It's normally money or.
Yeah, but what is the verb? So we get it or we win it?
Yeah, we get. Yeah, you get a reward. Yeah.
Okay. So to get a reward, you have to find this guy, right?
Yeah. The dead body, the missing dead body.
One boy when heard the conversation between his older brother and his friend, that they know where is stayed the body, but they can't to share this information because they steal the car. And after that, the one told this story his friends, and they solved to go to the body in this way.
What about sharing the information? So how else we can like put it in a way? So I mean, what will be the better verb to say, like share information, to talk after or something? Andrew, what do you think?
Say it again, Ivan.
So we have this this like young gangsters who found the body, yes?
Yeah.
But they cannot share information. How can I put it better? Not share information, but like
they can't. They can't share information.
Share information is fine, right? So
yeah, they can't. Yeah, so it's a secret basically.
Okay, and what about stealing car? So can we say hijacked car?
Yeah, hijack is a good one. Steal is probably the most common.
Still the most okay.
Yeah, hijack is only for vehicles. Yeah, for vehicles. So you can say both, but steal is more common.
Okay. Vasanth, are you here? Because you're muted. I guess something wrong. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Okay, Vasanth, could you continue with the story?
Yes, and but somehow, however, the boys decided to find the body, and they started packing things and follow the railway track so that they can reach the place where the boy got hit by the train and the place of the dead body. Throughout the journey, they experienced a lot of adventures, and their emotions are the base of this movie.
So it was like a big operation for them, right? They're young, so it is like an expedition. So, but let me ask you a few questions. So, were they friends with this missing boy? What do you think?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
So they just went there.
Yeah, because they heard, they overheard the radio, I think. The radio news announced that missing about the missing kid, so that they decided to follow the body.
So actually, their motives, they are not personal, right? They don't think that like we love this body, so let's find him. It's all about getting the prize, right? And have a like what we call excursion. I don't know, trip, a short
adventure.
Adventure, it's a good word, yeah.
Yeah, I think the boy was in their school.
The school, yeah, probably. But they don't go to the school yet. No,
The school doesn't take place in the film.
I think they have summer vacation, maybe.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, it's during summer vacation.
I remember that they discussed some exams to pass to go to the school. So I saw it's before the school, probably.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're right, and they talk about separating before the summer ends. They talk about going to different schools.
Yeah, Gerard, please describe to us some adventures.
That's curious. I find curious in this movie that the kids can go to the wild and sleeping at night in the middle of the forest. How the parents allow that nowadays? Any parents would allow that? They would have trouble.
Parents.
Nowadays, probably it's impossible. But 20 years ago, when I was a child, I had many such trips. It was something normal.
Sorry, Iban. Will I jump in and correct people?
Yes, please.
For major mistakes, yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So 20 years ago, I can relate to this film, to this movie very like close because we had a lot of such trips. We went to the forest. Sometimes we planned these adventures in a very bad moment, like these guys did. So we go somewhere for 2 days and no one thought about food. So and we found
we call that a spontaneous trip.
Spontaneous trip, exactly. Yeah, Vasanth, please.
Yes, I think the time span the movie takes place is important because at that time they had no quick communication devices to spread a lot of negative news. So so they believed in humanity, so they let the children go away for a long time. So I think that is the reason.
Correct me how to say it in a better way, but I usually say that the level of hysteria in society was low, so people not excited about everything. Now any bad news, it's everywhere, so people like always hysterical about everything. But back to that time, we didn't know about that, so we were calm, right?
No,
John,
exactly.
I'm sorry I interrupted you in the very beginning, so please continue.
I think the action takes place around 1960, more or less.
Yeah, 59.
59? Okay. Well, one curious thing, or a redundant thing in the movie is one of the protagonists, Gordie, had a brother. And his parents like his brother because I'm more than him. And he feels, he had very good relationship with his brother. He admired him. His brother was very popular, was a American football player. Very recognized, and he died. I don't know from what.
Recognizable.
Recognizable.
Yeah, very recognizable.
And relatable. But he died very young, but I don't know whether it was from an accident or an illness.
It was an accident. He got he was in a Jeep accident. A Jeep is like a truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew, can you write it, please? Because Jeep is.
Yes, I will. Yeah, Jeep.
Is it a brand of cars?
Okay.
So
it's like a form of car, right?
Yeah, JEEP.
I see.
Yeah, it's a brand of like a truck.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite big. So he was involved in a Jeep accident. I remember them saying in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember this dream of the guy who, when father said it's better be you who died?
Yeah.
Very sad.
That's crazy.
And this guy is the name is of the protagonist is Gordie, and he wants to be a writer.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
right.
think that Stephen King's putting himself in the place of Gordie.
He was imagining himself. Yes. Yeah, I believe.
It wasn't a novel. It was just a short story, the original story written by Stephen King. I read a lot of books from him because I like him very much. But most of his books are from the horror genre.
That's right. Yeah, this one's very different. It's more of a drama. A coming of age would be the name. It's a type of genre. It is like you have horror, drama, comedy. This would be called coming of age. It's about kids growing up. Kids on an adventure.
First time I hear this.
Do you want me to write it for you?
Yes, please. Leyla, do you know this writer, this Stephen King? Have you read something from him? Leyla?
Yeah, I have read some books, but not. I don't like horror books, horror films a lot. So I'm trying to adapt myself to love stories, romantic books.
Okay.
You know me.
Yeah. So Stephen King is not your cup of tea, right?
Could be. Maybe when I get older.
Okay. So we found the genre, coming of age. Gerard remembered this terrible story when what's the word for this? Parents abandoned the guy.
Yeah, abandoned.
The guy.
Abandoned. Yeah.
It looks terrible for me. So probably he had, nowadays we will say he had a psycho trauma or something because he feels not being loved or something.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? It's good that you started to describe these characters, Gerard. So it's interesting. So all of them kind of special, right? Who else?
There is one guy is quite crazy that wearing glasses and had a wound in his ear. I think he had a very evil father, crazy, lunatic.
Yeah.
He wanted him. He almost killed him, I think. But all the same, he likes his father very much.
Yep.
Hard to understand why, because his father is his father.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Stockholm syndrome, right? So when someone tortures you, you start to love him back or something. I don't know how it works. So
Yeah. Stockholm syndrome. That's right. Yeah. He burned his ear on the stove. That's called a stove. Is where you cook your food. Yeah, he burned his ear on the stove.
Yeah, and we don't know the story why. So we know that just his father was a veteran, right? And he was like
that's right,
unstable mentally or something.
Unstable. Probably had PTSD. PTSD is a post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got sent to the crazy asylum. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the man was making fun of him behind the gate.
Yeah. This guy, how landfill we call it? Yes, with a waste guy from landfill. I forgot the name.
A junkyard.
Junkyard. Yeah.
Junkyard. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, junkyard. Yeah, it's where you keep all your scrap metal.
Yeah. So landfill, it's not for this, no?
Landfill? No, I've never heard.
Sorry. I just invented it. Sergey, would you like to continue with the story? So describe characters, or let's go with adventures, whatever you want.
I wanted to tell about the characters and the plot of this movie, and we didn't see women this movie except mother. It's strange, and we didn't see no one black man in this movie, and for our era it's not impossible. it's
not possible.
impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible. But for 80s, it's okay. Was okay.
Yeah, so
And,
it was a before Me Too era, right?
Before. It's my. I agree with you that the movie looks like my childhood, because we have the similar adventures in my childhood. And
You went looking for a dead body?
Yeah, many times.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I saw a dead body in my small town, and it was interesting. Wow, he's dead. Seriously? Yeah. Ух ты! Yeah, it was exciting for us.
You need to make the sequel.
Yeah, and we noticed during this movie how these characters grew up and in mentality. We saw some conversation between main characters about friendship, about problems with the family, with the father, about future, and surprisingly for me, this boy had grown conversation.
It's like adult conversations. They are smart, right?
Adult conversation about future and about relationships.
Yeah, I can remember that we did it.
Yes,
So
and some interesting moment about Vern. Vern took with him the comb for
A comb,
hair.
yeah.
It's, when the reporters start to photo us, and and we have the comb for magazines. It's interesting.
Yeah,
and,
to look good.
Yeah. And when they go through the bridge, through the railway bridge, Vern lost
Across. Yeah, across the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, it was exciting. It was interesting how they run through the bridge.
Yeah.
Across
the bridge.
Across,
yeah. Well, Sergey, you like raised a lot of discussion points, I guess. So it's really interesting. So first of all, yes, when I started to watch the movie, I recall this phrase, boys are boys. Usually it's negative now, but I see that we live in Russia, these guys in America, so we have an ocean between us, but it's more or less the same. We were same kind of boys, so we had like friendships, these adventures, but some things they strike me bad. So first of all, I can't imagine that you will cry in front of your friends. So it's something impossible for me to imagine.
Yeah, but it's movie.
Yeah, and sing with comp, So show me small Russian guy who will think about comp. So it will be something. I don't know. I can't imagine it.
Yeah, because in my childhood I washed one time per week, but I didn't think about hair.
Never I thought about it, right? Okay, but it's interesting. I can see many parallels, So we had such adventures, and I remember. So we behave in that way, exactly in the same. We try to help each other. It was clumsy, I would say. So it's interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's finish with the story. Let's go with the story again. Vasanth, please help us.
Yes. Parallelly, how to say that? The other friends group also searching for the dead body, and they were.
Yeah, let's describe this a bit. So we have another gang, I would say, with Ace like a leader.
Yeah.
Who is the leader of the gang? Do we have a name for this? Or just leader?
Yeah, I would say just leader, or
Kiefer Sutherland.
the head of the gang. The head of the gang.
Yes, the head of the head. So, Vasanth, tell us a bit about them. What they do, who they are.
Yes. They are all carefree attitude people. So they don't care about the society. They don't care about the people around them. All they want is just to live in the present and also to enjoy the present by using drugs and how to say that, to damaging the other people's properties. So they don't care about the ethical values, any morals. So they do such things. They are basically bad people, bad guys. Yes, they are completely opposite to the friends group, Freddy.
Don't you think that it's just age, So these guys, they grow up this through this age, and they have to be, I don't know, adolescents. They are always protesters and always antisocial.
Yeah, I think the writer wanted to show us the contrast version of the Friends gang. So it's all about the raising of children, how they were raised by their parents and everything. If they were not raised by just like the Chambers or some other his friends gang,
Yes,
they would be like this. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there were like brothers, in these two gangs. So
it's not just about the parents; it's about the friends and people surrounded by you. So everything reflects your character, and even in Chambers, in his life, he was also judged by the people. Who is the writer guy, kid?
Mm-hmm.
He was also judged by his father because they all had a unique ability, but they were judged by their parents, and their track were diverted to some other directions. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we know about this gang. So between these two gangs, they were a competition, right? To find this guy. So who won?
Spoilers.
Spoilers, yeah. What's up?
Yes, the Chambers group won. They had a gun because he was from a gangster family, a mafia.
Yeah.
Mafia family.
Gangster or mafia, yeah.
Yeah, mafia family. So he had a gun, and his friend scared the enemy gang away by showing the gun, and they decided to bury the body there, something like that. They didn't bring the body to the city, I think.
So what could be a good verb, if you going to do something, but you see the gun and you back up,
Back up is to get back.
Yeah. So to back up.
That's to back up, or to back away would be better. To back away.
Okay. So they were backed away by.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, they all backed away. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
When he pointed the gun or aimed, you can say.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Okay, so we covered the story, right? Sergey, would you please again, put the story in few words, for Leyla, just a synopsis, summary.
Synopsis, but
friendships.
The friendships are very, very important for children.
No, I'm not asking about moral the story. I'm not about the.
Okay, four friends started to find the dead body. They have adventurous. They had adventurous. They used the gun, and after this adventure, they understood about life more than before.
Yeah, good. Vasanth, would you like to say something?
Yes. Actually, forgot to mention one main
Okay.
point. From the beginning, the main character, I think Gordie has now grown up and he wanted to write a story. So he's just reminiscing his past. And also he read a news that Chamber was stabbed to death a week ago, I think. So he's just remembering, he's thinking about his past life, and he is writing his own story.
Let me try to rephrase. So reading the news, he read about his old friends, and it's triggered to remember the whole story. Right? Can we say so?
Yes. He got nostalgic.
He got nostalgic, yes.
Yes.
And what I liked in the movie, how he said, you know, never after I had better friends than those.
Than the ones I had when I was 12.
Yeah, and it's very true. But it's interesting that even if it's true, you know, do you remember that these guys, they were like friends, but they forget each other on the next year. Yeah, so it's
life moves on.
Yeah, life moves on. You just separate, and still you think that it's the best friends of your life.
Memories you will never forget.
Leyla, do you understand what was movie about a bit? You know?
Yeah, and what I'm thinking is that I will watch the film. It's not that bad, you know. That's frightening. I think I'm going to watch it.
No, I think it's not something that, you know, something that can scare you or something. I would watch this movie with my boys. I think.
Believe me, if I had time, I would have watched it. But I told you.
It's actually a very short film. It's the shortest film I've seen in a while. It's only an hour and 26 minutes.
Yeah, because it's from old times, right? When people were able to.
Movies were shorter, yes. So people wouldn't fall asleep in the cinema.
Yeah. Nowadays, I cannot watch this, you know, Harry Potter's was 3 hours long. Wow.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings. Extended version.
The Irishman. Extended version.
And director version. And
Yeah, director's cut.
Director's cut, yeah.
Do you remember the short story that Gordie told to her friends, you know, the one about the eating pies contest?
Yep.
It's a classic story.
I think those contests are very popular in America, but not in Europe.
Yeah, they are in America. Yeah, not in Europe at all. Hot dog eating contests as well are popular in America.
Sergey, do we have in Russia some contest by eating something for time? No.
Not. It's not our tradition because we didn't have enough food.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. So we're starving all the time, so that's why we don't have this tradition. Okay. So we covered the plot, right? Do we forget something important about train, about something else?
The train and the bridge.
And special dog. Do you remember this dog? Trained to cut you.
To eat the ball.
Yeah, to sick.
Chopper.
Yeah, chopper.
Like a chopper.
Yeah, it was interesting because when I watched this episode, I saw about a word urban legend or something, you know, some myths that people share between each other, and it become true, and people believe that, and they believe that there is a big dog, you know, that will kill you instantly, and then after you find out that it's so much.
He was he was a Labrador or something.
Yes.
Not an intimidating dog. No.
Not at all. Yeah.
That was another iconic scene. The junkyard scene, I would say. The train scene is another iconic scene.
Okay.
The pie story as well. Yes.
So yeah, I can see raised hand.
Yeah, and I have one question, and I heard about the final meeting these friends before next stage of school. In Russia, we have different situation because we, when we go to the school, we started to learn with those people during 11 years. And we have friends from our school time. But please tell me about your education
system. Okay.
Education system. Why you permanently change the classes?
Well, let me try to rephrase. So Sergey mentions that in Russia, when you go to the school, you are in the same class, like 20 people or more or less for the 11 years. So you never like change this class. You got your education in a small group. So usually these guys are friends for you forever, for the whole life. Yeah. So it's a way to make like friends. So for us, but we know that in America it's different. In many countries it's different. So people like migrate from class to class. So Sergey's question is, please describe situation in your like place, right?
Yeah.
So
thank you very much, Ivan.
I'm just practicing, my English. I'm rephrasing everything, in a different way. So Vasanth, please, how it's in India?
It's all good. The English is all very good though so far. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
In India, we have sections of levels like primary and secondary and higher secondary. So 1 to 5th grade, you can study in one school and you can migrate to another school from 6 to 10 and 10 to 12. So there are 3 levels. The students can migrate to other school and get new friends, but mostly in the same school they will have to face the same 50 number of students for the entire year and also in upcoming every year.
Yeah, but we mean was that do you have like during your life, do you have friends from your school? Do you still in contact with them? Do you like?
Yes, we have in contact, but we still love the innocence in our friendship when we had no pressures from the globalization and relatives and whatever the people expects you from to become in this globalization world. So we love that childhood portion without any pressure, without any future plans. So we still love that portion, and we we respect our friendship. But mostly nowadays, we usually can't. We get in touch with the college type students, the fully grown up, matured people, or money minded, also because we need to get in touch with them to survive in this world. So it's unavoidable.
So Leyla, what about you? Do you have like friendships from school that still continue?
You said Leyla?
Yes, I said it.
Because I couldn't hear you very well. Sure, but the education system is like 4 years in primary school, 4 years in secondary, and 4 years high school. And afterwards, you have to have the entrance exam for the university. And then it depends on which university you're going to attend. But usually we are in touch with each other, especially the friends from university. Mm-hmm. Because as Sergey said, I wish we could have the same system, 11 years with same people. Could be fantastic, but unfortunately here, no.
Okay, so it's just different, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we, in Russia, we always doomed to have these guys like your friends, because 11 years, it's a long time. So you just like a family after all.
But it's great, Ivan.
Yes, please, Andrew.
Ivan, how many schools do you change in Russia before you go to university?
Well, you actually can't be in one school the whole 11 years. So I was in 3 different schools, but it was because we moved. So
Okay.
That's the only reason.
But normally before university, like for example, in my country, we had primary school, which was 6 years first, and then secondary school after that, which was another 6, or the first what might have been 8 years actually, and then it was 6 years, and then you finish, you go on to university. So two main schools before university.
I understand what you're talking about. Usually we have like 3 sections, I would say, like middle school, primary school, and high school. But in Russia, it's one building. You know, you go with the same class to the same building. So it's we don't distinguish them like really.
Right, you need to change schools in my country.
Oh, not enough.
Different school. Yeah.
Andrew, can I ask you something?
Yes, of course.
At what age you are going to start studying at university?
Normally 18. 18 is normally when I finished secondary school, and most of my friends were 18 or 17.
Thank you.
Yeah, 19 would have been a bit old. 19 or 20 would have been a bit older.
We have the same. We have like 2 opportunities. You know, I shared it once. You can go to the university at 18. Or you can go to the army first and then return from the army and go to the university then. So
wow. That's some choice.
It's a good choice. It's a you know, if you go to university, you don't go to army. So it's a good motivation to go to the university, to pass the exam. So it's we call it the main male motivation to get
that will make you a man. Unlike any school.
Okay. Okay, let's go forward. We have a few questions on our Padlet. Thanks, Vasanth. So let me share some. So, what does the title mean to this story? Yes. So, Stand By Me. What does it mean? How it relates to the story? Gerard, can you answer?
The Stand By Me is the title of a song by B.B. King that we hear the whole song at the end, but in the middle of the movie we can hear the tune or the melody, you know, instrumental melody.
Yeah, the instrumental, very good. Yeah,
the instrumental. Okay.
Stand By Me means support your friends. I think it's support your friends because the movie is about friendship. Adolescent friendship or teenager friendship. So I don't know how to say that, Andrew.
Yeah, a lifelong friend. Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see how fast youngs learn, right? So one situation can change their mind. They take new experience. And they change very fast. So it's not the same for adults, right? We do the same things again and again because we're not so, what's the word for this?
Who said so?
It's my experience.
There's a phrase we say, young and dumb.
I may be old and dumb.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
So, Leyla, do you think that it's all the same for adults and for youngs? I mean, this ability to make like conclusions, to learn from something, from experience?
It depends on how you have been brought up. You know, at the age of 40, 45, I'm still learning a lot of things. I can change my mind in an instant because my family is a, just very modern family, but still there are traditions that we had to. Now, no traditions for me. I have become a rebellious person. You know me. So I have changed my mind, but I couldn't change my mind when I was younger.
Well, I understand your point, but I mostly not talking about changing your mind. It's not necessary for me. I'm talking about, the power of the first experience, So for children, everything happens for the first time.
Right? The family is here. Never let their children have an experience or an adventure when they are very young, okay? Because
Yeah,
they are
but
very protective.
yeah. But still, youngs can learn from the movie,
Sure, sure.
from any small things,
Feel,
and yeah.
I agree.
Okay. So I think I lost this ability a very long past, So nowadays I have to some repeated actions to change my mind. So, but for youngs, you see something, okay, it's a new rule for you. So that was my point. Okay, we have a question that I not quite understand. So, what is your assumptions of Gordie's father? So the writer, right?
Yeah,
The guy.
Gordie's father. Yeah.
Gordie's father. So what you can think about him? Sergey, what do you think? Who was Gordie's father?
I think that Gordie father likes her old brothers, and he was very strong, and he likes the traditional American story about American footballers, about American dreams, about colleges, and he didn't understand the hobby of small boy, like writing, like a telling story, and he didn't love him, and Gordie didn't have enough love from father, but he had love from old brother. It's true that old brother was a very good guy, but he I don't speak English. How он не виноват.
He is not guilty. He's not guilty.
He is not guilty that he was a very, very good guy.
Okay, yeah. So it's hard to compete with someone, yes, who is so good. So, but it's not your fault, right? It's not your fault. Okay, I see. So, okay, we can move on. So, but I can imagine, in some traditional families, people think that they have some prejudices, or how we call it. So you don't have to be a writer or an actor or a dancer. You have to be a strong man. Something like this.
Some fathers are old-fashioned, you would say.
Old-fashioned, yeah.
Yes.
Me as well. So I'm trying to be flexible.
Yeah.
But when my wife tell me, so our sons will go to actor studio, so to be like to train to be like an actor.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they need it to let them play football or let them go to karate or something. Why actor? So for what?
Yeah. Well, a lot of fathers want their kids to be like them, which is probably the same situation in this film as well.
Exactly. Okay, another question. Why did the dead kid end up in such unfindable place, like secret place, right? Place to have. What was he doing there? Yeah, how he got there? What do you think? Leyla, do you have an idea?
How can I have an idea? Oh, I didn't watch the film, but okay.
Yeah,
I didn't watch.
I don't. There's no wrong answer, Leyla.
Yeah, let's just make a fantasy. How to say, develop version. So there is a dead body.
We say to come up with. So come up with
a version?
With your idea or
your ideas. Okay.
So come up with what you think.
Yeah. So,
wow. Maybe he committed suicide.
Okay, good one. But he's a young and happy guy. Let's develop another one.
He was mentally ill and he committed suicide.
Whoa,
okay.
It got darker.
Well, Gerard, please.
Did you notice one thing when the scene in the bridge? So the how do you call the conductor or driver of the train?
Yeah,
they see the kids. They must see the kids, and the train is not going very fast. Why?
Yeah, he was like.
Why don't reduce the speed of the train?
But they did. They reduced the speed. They was like teasing them. They was not going to hit them, but just to scare them. It's my impression.
I don't think the train can stop though.
Well, not immediately, of course, but why not in general? So you cannot stop train like fast, but you can do it like reducing the speed. Well,
Yeah.
Brakes.
Yeah, there are some brakes. There must be.
But as with the situation with the kid, they mention why he was there, because he
was hit by trains.
he was hit by the train. Yeah. So it must have been under the bridge or something, right?
Probably, we don't know. I did not get it well. Okay, a question from me. So, do you remember this episode, this scene with a deer, an animal?
A deer.
A deer, yeah. So the guy who watched this animal, he said, "I never mentioned it ever." Gordie, yeah. Gordie said, "I never mentioned that I saw this animal. So why it was important? What it adds to the story?" I don't understand.
Wow.
What do you
Really?
think? Yeah, Leyla. So the guy, in the forest, he watched a small deer,
Maybe the deer is a symbol of something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I can't imagine symbol of what.
Okay, Ivan, you can imagine, my dear friend.
Deer.
Okay.
Imagine. Okay. I have no idea. I think
symbolism maybe, or of
yes,
dead and alive, or
well, it was something strange. Sometimes how we call it? Paschal secret eggs. How we call it? Easter eggs. Sometimes in the movie there are some Easter eggs or some stories, hidden stories.
An Easter egg is a hidden story. Yeah.
Easter egg. So this deal looks for me like I don't know, like connotations that I don't understand with some cultural thing or Easter eggs, something that I don't understand.
And why he didn't mention it to anybody is a mystery.
Yeah, and he said, I'm not going to mention it. So why not?
I thought it was an unusual scene placed in.
Unusual. Vasanth, please?
Yes, do you remember that frame? In that frame, he has that handgun nearby him.
Yes.
It was on the track. So I think it could be a symbolism that he chose the good path. I think it might be a relative, because he could have shot the deer with that handgun, just like every how to say that, the medieval guy would do. They would hunt the deer, but he didn't do that. He just chose the peaceful path. Maybe it could be a symbol.
To let him go, right? Without shooting.
Go.
Yes.
I just look up my dictionary, and it says the deer symbolize the powers in nature that are not easily subdued, and also adaptation very well, instinctual energy, independence, regeneration. I don't know.
Well, when I was young, there are some books like Dream Talker or something.
Yeah.
It seems the same to me. So, what if I had I don't train in my dream? It means you will earn a lot of money. So, okay, let's finish with this. So, what do you think? What is the moral of the story? What we should or what we can learn from this story? Leyla, what do you think?
I haven't watched it, but I can say easily that don't have an adventure with your best friends.
Okay. Sergey, what do you think? What is the moral?
I thought about the moral, but friendships is important.
Friendship is important.
Yeah, and sometimes we think about something. They is a very bad guy, but sometimes he started to be a very rich guy. intelligent guy, and our expectations were wrong.
So people change, right? People change.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, I can say I understand moral of the movie. So I cannot like put it in a few words, you know. So if you ask me, I would say that, you know, that what I think about this movie is that childhood is the best part of our life. You know, we are so naive, we can enjoy of everything. Whenever it
some moral, don't run across the bridge.
Across the bridge, yeah. Okay, at least not with comp, right? Jart, what do you think about the movie?
One curious thing of the movie, what we didn't talk about, is at the beginning of the movie, the Gordie, when he's an adult, he's reading an article in the newspaper that a man was killed in a restaurant. And at the end, he explains that this man was his friend Chris. That, you know, the friend that was accused of stealing money in the school, falsely accused. But at the end, he explains that he managed to be a lawyer. And there was a fight, and he put himself in the middle of the fight, and he was stabbed.
He tried to break it up.
To break it up, the fight. Was very good, very good guy, nice guy, brave.
But it wasn't false accusation about money stealing. It was actually money stealing. And do you remember the story? He gave this money to a teacher. A teacher just, what's the word for this? Use it for herself.
Yeah.
And guy was like, the picture of the world was broken for him, right? So how it's happened? Yeah, that was interesting as well. Again, so trying to break it up, right?
He tried to break it up. That's for a fight, to break it up.
Okay, to break it up means to stop it.
Stop it from escalating. Or
Okay. Vasanth, anything to it?
Yeah, I think friendship matters. The title says it all. Stand by me, whether he is a good guy or a bad guy. Even Chambers needed someone to confess whenever he needed. When he wanted to let out his anger and sadness, he needed his friend to confess, because you are not only your family, but friendship can also be a factor to change your character and future. So just one moment is enough to change the entire future. So that's how the journey changed the four people's future. So I think Stand By Me fits better with this story.
Good. Okay, let's go to slides, and then we can if you have time, we
let me just explain. Stand by me means to be with me, you know, no matter what.
Yeah.
Be with me. No, no matter what, any under circumstances.
Good. Okay, I'm going to share screen. It's always these problems. Okay, can you see it?
Yep.
Okay, Stand By Me, and I can see some relation to trains there. Right, Vasanth?
Railway.
Do you know what they are called?
No, railway, but this
train tracks.
Tracks. Could you write it?
Tracks.
Yes, I will write it. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Tracks or train tracks, if you want.
Okay, tracks. Okay. So it's rails, right? Usually made of steel or something, and it's wooden parts. So this wooden parts is tracks, right?
Yeah. Well, all of it is called track. Yeah.
Okay. How we call this wooden, you know, pillows? I don't know what we put behind the steel rail. So this vertical parts.
Yeah, they would be called planks, wooden planks.
Wooden planks. Okay.
Yes. But we would call it all as one, you know. We would just say tracks. Yeah.
Yeah. I understand. Okay, it's a Jeep, I guess. So let's start.
Land Rover.
Land Rover. Okay, Leyla, what do you?
That's a Jeep. Yeah, very good.
I was expecting that you were going to ask me.
Yes.
I was ready for it. Right. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
So,
Please.
to tell you the truth, I love Jeeps, especially Land Rover is my favorite.
Good.
And I love the color. I love the nature around. And I can see the trees on top of the hills and the mountains. And it's a kind of arid place, I think. Could it be barren, Andrew, can I say?
Barren, no.
Because of the color, yellowish? No?
I wouldn't say that, to be honest.
So let's say dried?
Yeah, you can
Maybe.
say that. Or a light would be better.
Okay. Could be. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
fair,
there's this.
fair maybe.
Okay, thank you. And there's this guy behind the wheel.
Good.
I don't know why he has stopped. You can tell me.
He just got the news. He read in newspaper and found that his friend is killed, stabbed in the restaurant.
He is alone, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So
Okay.
let's describe a few details. First of all, I can see that the roof of the car is removable, right? It's made of some cloth or leather.
Yeah.
How we call it. And it's a very strange design with
A tire. A tire.
tire. Yes, additional tire. Spare tire, right?
A spare tire. Very good. Yeah.
Spare tire on this. How we call the nose of the car? Trunk?
Yeah, the hood.
Hood. Yeah.
The hood. Yeah.
Spare tire on the hood, and we don't see this often, right? Now,
It's
nowadays.
the old brand, Ivan?
No, yeah. You don't see it anymore.
Sorry,
Okay.
Leyla.
I said, is it the old brand?
Probably. I'm not an expert. But it looks like a very
It would be, yeah, from the 60s or 70s actually. 70s or 80s.
80s, because
80s because it's in the he is looking back.
1995.
That's right, yeah. The kid storyline was set in the 60s. Okay, this is
Okay, any questions? Okay, we can go.
I think it's a more symbolism again, how he is driving a Jeep in the end and his brother was killed in a Jeep.
In a Jeep, yeah. But maybe, every second car in America is a Jeep. No?
That's also true. Also true.
So I like it. Okay, so I made this picture, made this screenshot from the movie, and I know that it's hard to get what is happening on, but it's in the shop. And guy put some coins to this, I don't know what is this. And there are some numbers. So how it works? What is this? Who knows? It's like some device or mechanism that calculate your money or not? What do you think?
I'm not sure actually.
So in the movie, it was like just glass without any numbers. So guy put his coins on the top of this device, and it showed these numbers. So I was surprised. I never seen this before.
No.
Okay, guys, I recommend you rewatch the movie. It was in the very beginning. So we can
I remember the scene, but I don't know what it is used for.
Yeah, it's a very strange device. I have never seen it
It's
before.
maybe a device that got discontinued that doesn't exist anymore.
Yep, yeah.
Right.
For calculating something.
Yeah.
Okay, Vasanth, could you describe this picture, please?
Yes, this is their tree house where the four friends meet and talk, smoke, and play cards, everything. So this is their usual hangout place.
Good.
We can see a ladder and tree house made up of wooden pieces. Look at that.
Yeah, this tree house not a fancy one, right? It's made of made of trash, actually. I would say made of junk,
Scrap metal.
scrap metal. Yeah. So probably guys build it for themselves, by themselves. What do you think? There wasn't like a father who built this.
The size
Leyla,
of the house is also very small, so there's the possibility.
Leyla, do you have tree houses in your culture? No? Do people build these tree houses for children? Leyla, do you hear me? No. So let's ask Gerard. Gerard, so do you have three houses in Spain?
She is in her tree house right now.
Not really.
Not really. It's an American thing, right?
I think it looks like an American thing, like in in Tom Sawyer, all these old books.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know whether they do that anymore. I think
Well,
it looks quite dangerous.
in Russia, sometimes we build small playgrounds, like something with sand, box with sand, something with slider, with swings. I
A
don't know.
playground.
Playground, yes, a small playground. It's enough,
Yeah.
but never tree houses. I don't know, but I know one Russian guy who built a tree house. It was Sergey. Am I right?
I built one when I was younger.
Good. So
Do you remember the movies from Tarzan movies? a very big tree house in Africa.
Ivan, can I say
Yes.
something?
Yes, of course.
This is a piece of cake for Gerard.
Why?
Oh, Gerard,
To build this, you
what is
mean?
this? It's not dangerous.
Well, this one is not very high, but it could be higher.
Yeah, it could be
Okay,
high.
it will be fun for you.
Okay, yeah, it will be good like place for vacation in Turkey, right? So Leyla, please build one, and I will come and will live here.
I can't, but all of you will help me, and we will.
Okay,
We'll build it
adventure.
together.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
will be our adventure. Okay. So I didn't ask. Do we have any questions? So what else? So a big tree, a rope attached to the house, right?
Do you know what that's called to climb up?
Ladder? No?
A ladder. Very good. Yeah.
Ladder? Okay. Anything else? We can see the village behind this, and I can see some electric pole. I guess electric
Yeah.
poles.
Electric poles.
Okay. And
And the name of the tree? Oak, maybe?
An oak tree.
Yeah.
oak tree.
Yeah. It's
Not a pine.
it's possible. I'm not a tree expert, but I think so.
No, not that qualifier, right? Okay, Gerard, please describe this picture. The party.
Here we can see the gang, the four guys. I think they are playing, I don't remember what they are doing here.
Some card games.
Yeah.
Card games, they're playing cards. Here we can see a Gordie reading a comic or comic book. He's wearing a pink t-shirt. We can see many young things, wooden box. I think it's this classical box that was meant to carry fruits.
Yep, I guess so.
Classic.
We still have them.
No, well, nowadays they're most made of plastic. One of the guys is wearing a Hawaiian shirt. The fat guy is wearing a stripe.
Yeah, striped.
How do you call it? Polo? How do you
Yes,
call this?
Striped polo shirt. Yeah.
Polo shirt.
Yeah, striped polo shirt. Very good.
So, and the guy, I think the guy in the middle is shuffling
Chris.
the cards. Shuffling.
Yeah, very good. Shuffling. Yeah,
What is this? Shuffling. Okay, it's a girl. Okay.
yeah, shuffling. Yeah.
Okay.
You can see a radio device behind him, an old,
Fancy one.
very old.
Yeah.
What more? I don't know.
Look at the window. You can see this
Some
fish
canvas.
pole.
Canvas.
Yes, and fish pole. Can you see this reel?
Okay. Yes.
So they are fully equipped, for everything.
Fully equipped.
Fully equipped. Yeah, for everything. And yeah, I don't know what else.
Chris has a pack of cigarettes up his sleeve.
Yeah. Shoulder.
Yeah, on his shoulder. We would say up your sleeve. This part is your sleeve.
Yes, sleeve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all smoke and they have a lot of bad habits. It's impossible nowadays in the movies, I guess. Okay, and this guy, what's the name of this guy in the Hawaiian shirt? I forgot.
Teddy.
Teddy. He was always speaking like in a military manner, right?
Yeah. Like a sergeant.
Like a sergeant, right?
Yeah.
So it's say a lot about his family, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, Sergey, please.
It says a lot.
Says a lot.
Yes, I remember the funny moment inside the tree's house when told them, you don't believe me. You don't believe me. I have a story. You don't believe me. And the other guys stopped him and started to song about something. And they didn't want to hear him. It was funny for me because we had the similar situation when we bullying something for fun.
Teasing, mostly. Not bullying, I guess. It's not bullying, in my opinion. So you're not intimidating someone, right? You're just teasing. You just make laugh. You just, irritate a bit. So what is the definition for teasing? Yeah? Gerard, could you find a better definition for teasing? So how would you describe it?
Teasing.
Yeah. What is teasing?
Mocking.
Mocking. Yeah. I guess.
Making fun.
Making fun. Yeah. It's like,
Making fun of.
Fun of. Okay.
Making fun of each other, making fun of you, making fun of me.
And it's what these guys making constantly, right? So they don't speak in a normal manner. They always teasing each other. It's like a manner of speech. So we have the same, I guess. Okay, Sergey, what is happening? Tell us about this story.
There is a fundament, basement fundament of the house, and Vern looked for the coins.
He's looking for, I guess, because it's in the progress, right?
Yeah, and
he's looking for his what's the name for this? What's the name for this prize? What he put in the ground? So 15 men for the dead man's chest. Treasure, exactly.
Very good. Yeah.
Treasure.
Yes. He's looking for his treasure.
Yeah, and there are a lot of holes where he tried to find the coins, and a lot of sewage pipes. And
conduits, right?
Conduits.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it names this the part of basement, the part of fundament.
Yeah, you're talking about these metal things, right? It's like Thompson. Andrew, how it's called? This part of basement.
Pillars.
Can you point to it with the cursor, Ivan?
Pillars, I think.
Yeah, let me try this one. So what holds your house? From the...
Oh yeah, yes. I would say stalls or maybe stalls.
Okay, stalls.
Or pillars. Pillars.
Okay.
Pillars would be very American.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you know? Also in America, this is called a porch. This would be under your porch.
Under a porch. Okay.
Yeah. So a porch is this big area in America. So they only call it that in America.
Okay. So we can see these wooden planks that makes like I don't know, rectangles.
A little fence almost.
Fence, yeah.
Decorate part of basement.
Decoration. It's like a fence or something. Yeah. It's hard to explain, right? This infrastructure thing. So it's
Does anybody know the action of this? He is
he's digging.
Yeah, digging. Yeah, very good. He's digging holes. Yeah.
Digging holes, almost like an animal, right?
A mole?
Yeah. Like a mole.
Yeah.
A mole digs a hole. Yes. It rhymes.
Sorry, guys. I must run to my workplace.
Okay,
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Run, Gerard.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Nice to meet you.
Okay, let's finish with this one. Okay. Let me describe this. So we can see this. I guess it's a typical American house. So on the right side we have a garage for the car, and we can see the part of the car. We can see 3-story buildings actually. So, and third story under the roof, it has a special name, right? Terrace or something. So third story of the roof. So, but I forgot the name.
Yeah. Well, that would be. It's not an attic. An attic is in your roof. Yeah.
Okay, attic.
An attic. Yeah.
Okay, and I can see this chimney, right? It's a chimney.
That's very good. That's a chimney. Yeah.
For the stove. So they probably has some wooden stove or something that.
Normally the chimney's for the fireplace.
Fireplace. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a small, like I cannot say it's a garden, but small, like
yard
of something.
Garden or yard. Yeah.
And we can see mother and father. They're walking. Father walking in the garden. Mother doing something with laundry, I guess. And actually, I don't know. Mm-hmm.
It's called hanging up.
Hanging up. And how we call this wooden sink? This crocodile.
That is called a peg.
Peg. Okay, so she's using peg to hold, right?
Using clothes pegs.
Using clothes pegs.
You don't need to say clothes. It's not necessary, but
okay.
Clothes pegs, yeah.
Clothes pegs to
hang up the washing.
Hang up the washing and to prevent the wines to steal them, right?
And to dry them. Yeah, to dry them.
Okay. Yeah. So she doesn't look happy because there was an accident with a bigger, older brother, right? And there is no more happiness in this house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all what I can see. Sergey, Vasanth, anything to add?
No.
It's a very traditional American house. Sorry.
Yes, I have a question about long socks. What is his name?
This long socks. It's
stockings.
Stockings, probably.
Yeah, for the longer sock.
But whenever I hear stockings, I think about something, fashion, something like garments. I don't know, not like this, not like woolen, right?
You can call them woolly socks.
Woolly socks, okay.
Yeah.
So woolly, it's made of wool of the sheep, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go forward. Okay, Vasanth, what is happening? Oh, sorry. Yes, Vasanth, please tell us what is happening.
Yes, this is Gordie's brother, who is an expert in baseball. And he presented his hat. Is that a hat or something else?
Baseball cap.
Cap, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
A cap, yeah.
A baseball cap. And you can see an antenna, I think. I don't know.
Between them, it looks like some device, like radio station or something with antenna. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With a red light, I would say.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, a buzzer or something. And you can see a table lamp, pictures on the wall. Yeah, that's all I can just say. A lot of books.
Yeah, not much to describe in these pictures. This one is more interesting, right, Sergey? Please find something.
There is a pickup. Old-fashioned pickup, maybe General Motors, like a traditional American car, and two guys with equipment for adventures, and not dry tree, not dry grass. I don't know how to speak English. Inside the pickup.
It's a
Hay.
hay. Yeah, it's a
Hay. It's called. I'll type it. It's dry
Okay,
grass.
and behind the pickup, we can see trees. It's not our traditional Russian trees. I don't know what is the name for trees.
You mean with a white bark, right? With a white color? Tree with a white color?
Yeah, yeah.
In Russia, we call them birch or birch. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah.
Not. It's not birch.
No? Sorry.
It's purple leaves. Trees with purple leaves.
I see. Sorry, I don't know the name for this.
And looks like usual American village with asphalt, with old cars, with trees, with grass. It's not unusual for me.
What do you think about this equipment that guys have?
I think this backpack, older style backpack. We had this similar backpack in my childhood, and sleep equipment. No,
A sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag. Yeah. Inside the sleeping bag, we would see the gun.
Okay. Anything else? Vasanth? Any questions? So high in the pickup, spare tire as always. How we call these white things on the wheels?
A cap.
Cap. Okay, cap like a baseball cap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good. Okay, let's go forward. Blue points. Okay, let me describe it. So from this point of view, I can see this small circle flask for water.
Yeah, good.
Well, it's pretty big, and it has a own strap, which is probably a bit strange for me. It's like a cowboy thing, because usually we have a small flask, and it's for your belt, not for it doesn't have a like different strap or something.
Yeah.
So these two guys, they were sure that the gun is not loaded, so they making fun of it, and it's a very big luck that everything went well without any accidents. Because if you don't know that your weapon is armed, you can make a shot, right, or something like that. Okay, what else? I don't know. Blue Point Dinner, local diner, right? You say diner?
Diner, yeah.
Blue Point Diner. So it's like a cheap cafe or restaurant where you can get something.
Yeah, an old-fashioned restaurant. Coffee and pie.
Does not look very fancy. Probably it's a backyard of this.
It's at the back of it, yeah.
Okay. Because if it was a front yard, I would not go there.
Nobody would go inside, no.
Yeah. So this sleeping bag doesn't look like comfy. I mean, it's huge. It's hard to drag it during the adventure. So probably I would skip. I would leave it.
Leave it behind. Yeah.
Leave it behind. Yeah. Okay, so they guys wear jeans, and these jeans has how we call it? Has
ripped jeans. Yeah, I'll type it.
Okay, so
ripped jeans. Yeah.
Yeah. So nowadays we have this fashion again.
We can say they're back in fashion, or they made a. This is a good phrase. They made a comeback.
Okay.
They made a comeback.
They made a comeback. Okay, so ripped jeans made a comeback, and nowadays every pair of jeans. You say pair of jeans?
Yeah.
Yes.
Even me, I wore a pair recently.
Nice.
I am bringing them back.
Okay, so we can see like two different buildings there, and the one on the left made of bricks, I would say. So bricks made of clay.
Yeah, brick building.
Brick building. On the right, it's kind of different, but I don't know the name for this. It's kind of
Flag blocks.
Stone, maybe, no?
stone blocks or something.
A stone building, yeah.
Stone building, yeah. So it's a bit different.
And we have the similar blocks, and we made from slag, the metallurgical slag. Put the slag and concrete, and after that we have
So that's the difference. So on the left, made of clay, right? Of clay, baked bricks from clay, and the right, they made of something different. Okay, that's all I know. Okay, wooden boxes and some junk, some woods, like I don't know. It looks like wood that you cannot use for any good. So it's like a firewood on the right, I guess.
You can call a crate is like a wooden box to carry things in. A crate.
Crate. Okay.
Yeah.
Crate. Yeah.
A crate. Yeah.
I was this before. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Vasanth? Sergey? Okay. Let's go then. Sergey, please describe this.
There is a meeting between two main characters with old guys who took the cap and who beat guys with white t-shirt. And we can see two guys with jacket of jeans jacket and stylish black t-shirts and I don't know, speak English. That's a device for water.
Device for flask.
Flask, yeah.
Oh, flask, yeah.
Flask, yeah. Okay, can you read on the door? No minors permitted on this premises.
Premises, very good, yeah. Premises.
So it means that you cannot go there if you are a minor, right? So what technically is a minor? Before what? 18?
Yeah, under 18.
Under 18, okay.
Yeah, over 18 is a non-minor.
What's name? Yarbis.
Arby's.
Mm-hmm.
Arby's is an American fast food restaurant. Now it's a chain. Now it's a lot bigger and it looks different. Back then it was a smaller.
Okay, Arby's.
Yeah.
So older guys from the gang, they trying to humiliate them, right? Youngs.
The bullies.
Bullies, yeah.
Bullies. Yeah.
Call them bullies. It's better, yeah. They are bullies, right?
They attack without reason. They try to humiliate. Yeah. They show their power, their strengths. So
it never mentions if they are still in school or I don't know.
Probably.
They're probably in the last year.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So it's a club for billiards, right? Mm-hmm. So they play games here. Do you know how the terms of billiards? So this triangle, wooden triangle, it has a name?
Yeah, no, when I have a table and we call it a triangle.
Triangle, okay.
Yeah, we call it a triangle, so.
Good to know. So we put triangle, we put balls inside, and then we remove triangle, and we have a format, flock of balls. Okay, good one.
You hit them with a cue.
Yeah, cue, okay. Cue.
Yeah, pool is better than billiards.
I don't know the difference, actually.
No, it's pool is better to say.
Okay, pool better. Okay.
Yeah, billiards. It's the same game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vasanth, please describe this one.
Yes, his friend with the spectacles trying to dodge the train, and Chambers is trying to getting him away from the tracks. In order to avoid,
trying to save him.
In order to save him.
Have you ever played this game, Vasanth? I know there are a lot of players. No, because I played it a lot in Russia when I was young.
Yeah.
It was like a special. You are brave, you know, if you're waiting for last minute.
Yeah, they call it chicken.
Chicken. Okay. Okay, Vasanth, please.
I don't know what does that dodge, dodging the train means.
Dodging train.
Dodges,
Yeah,
dodges
is that a
to
reference
get
from
out of the
any?
way.
No, dodge something. It's avoid something. You know, you dodge.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's shot.
To avoid, to get out of the way, get out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember Neo from the Matrix with dodge bullets?
Dodge moves, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of fuel this train use, Vasanth? What do you think? How what makes him move?
Is that a steam engine? Is that a steam engine?
Yeah,
Train.
yep, probably.
I
But
think
for
the
steam
coil.
yeah, you need a coil or something to
Coal.
heat up.
Coal, yeah.
To heat up the water, and water moves. You know, there's all these details. I don't know name for this. I can only show. Sergey, have you ever played this Dodge the Train game?
Dodge the train.
Have you ever played this game? When you're waiting for a train for last minute, and then you
But
run away.
I think that's a stupid game. My friend works as a train driver, and sometimes he sent for us the photo from the train accidents with the part of people, with the hand, with the head. It's
Okay,
horrible for us.
so it's
But,
demotivating. It's demotivating.
Demotivating. Play.
Okay.
Don't be a chicken, Sergey. Play the game.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we ran out of time. Thank you very much. It was fun class, and I think we discussed a lot and we learned something. So see you next week.
Was it your first time watching the film, Ivan?
Yes.
And what did you think? Did you like it?
Yes, it's